everyone, Steph here from thegoodride.com. We are here checking out the Rival from Yes. This is an aggressive women's freestyle board. It's a true twin. It has a 6 out of 10 flex. It comes with a centered base, just to make sure it stays nice and fast. It is a full camber profile, so you get positive camber going down to contact points outside of the bindings. No early rise, so it's kind of bordering on a fully locked in feel when you're riding it on the snow. And the cool thing is this is the first women's board in the Yes line to have the mid-bite. So the mid-bite is a side cut disruption that's very apparent on this board. It's from here to here. And it's a section of the side cut that's actually kind of cut out in the middle here. So you get a very small waist width right here. And this adds edge hold on ice, but it also makes a very quick turning snowboard. So this is the 149, which I'm at the very low end of the weight limit for the 149. It comes in a 140 and a 144. So I feel like those two boards would make it feel a lot more maneuverable for me. I got to test this out in a few different types of conditions. We got full on snow conditions, kind of storm day riding, some spring conditions up here at Mammoth. So I got to test it in a handful of different snow conditions. This is a 149, and so the first thing that I noticed when I took it out, I was expecting it to ride and turn like a 149, but the mid-bite made it turn really, really quickly for me. It was a lot more responsive than I was expecting it to be. So you get the smaller waist width in between the feet, and then it kind of like grows out into a lot more stability on the nose and the tail. And this is a freestyle specific board, but it definitely has the capabilities to ride all mountain and be an all mountain freestyle if you want it to. Taking it off the top of the mountain, it felt great. It's super stable. It can definitely be ridden at higher speed. In fact, I feel like it likes a medium to fast speed and doesn't really perform its best at slower speeds. Kind of wants to be hard charging almost all the time. So in the steeps, it felt great. Because it's so quick to turn, I felt like I was total in control on the steeps, and it has really good edge hold on ice. You can make skidded turns on it, you can make smaller turns on it, but you can also make larger turns if you'd like to. Off piste and like in bumps and stuff, it was slightly too stiff for me, for my personal liking, as far as like how stiff I want a board to be if I'm going to turn it very quickly. It does turn quickly, but tip to tail length is pretty stiff, so like I feel like I could twist it, but then this way kept it stiff, so it was a little bit harder to control sometimes, but not all the time. So that being said, if you're a super aggressive rider, or if you are a heavier rider than me, then it would probably perform a little bit differently. I felt like it was really good on Groomers, on steeps, but off-piste it wasn't my favorite board, but it could definitely ride there if you need to. And then taking it down to the Groomers, I felt like this board was a ton of fun to carve. I loved how quick it was to edge to get the edge to set, but then it was very stable and I was able to hold the carve for quite a while. The positive camber, it allows you to kind of load the board and get energy back, and the stiffer flex, once you do get energy back, it's very snappy and very responsive. It's not really a playful board. It is a freestyle specific board, but it's not a playful one. It's an aggressive one. So buttering was semi-difficult. You had to put a little bit of extra effort into it to butter and make some playful movements on the Groomers. Likes to take them fast, a little higher speed. Carving is super fun, but less in the playful zone. It is a true twin, so it does ride switch great. It feels awesome riding switch. It's the same as riding regular. So, you know, riding down the Groomers and popping 180s, switch, landing switch, taking off switch, all that is super fun. But then we get down to the park area. I feel like the Rival wants to play in the bigger park zones. It likes the medium to large features. It's not a beginner board in the park. If you're looking for a forgiving beginner board, then you can start out on a more flexible, kind of playful board and then step up to this one later. This is for the park rider who's been at it for a little bit and wants an aggressive, more technical board that can keep up with their riding capabilities. So definitely larger park features. If you're an established jibber, it's going to be fine on rails and boxes and stuff. But I feel like this board, I feel like I'd like it best on some bigger jumps. It's snappy, it's very energetic, it's precise. And so, if you want something that can throw down pretty big on some bigger jumps or even in the half pipe, I think this board would be a ton of fun in the half pipe. I didn't get to ride it in one, but just the edge hold with the stability and the energy it has from that positive camber, I think it'd be a ton of fun in the pipe. Very reliable and stable as well. So the freestyle realm, or like bigger features, bigger rails, medium, large jumps. So as far as powder goes, this isn't going to be a powder type board, but it's not going to float that well. And you can set it back a little bit, but it's still a true twin, and it still has quite a bit of positive camber on it. So it's not going to want to float too well for you if the snow gets super deep. So more for the groomer days, the hard pack riding, the more average snow condition days. It says a freestyle board, but it rides and feels a little bit stiffer than you're expecting. So again, you can definitely twist it, and that underbite I think helps with the ability to twist the board, but along the length it's a little bit stiff, so you do feel that, and it likes to be ridden faster. So who is this board for? I feel like the Rival would be good for an advanced expert rider who likes to charge hard, who wants to ride fast all over the mountain. You could definitely ride it all over the mountain as an all-mountain freestyle board, but it's a freestyle specific. So if you're looking for a board to perform, you want some technical tricks, you want to spin some bigger jumps, you want to land some bigger features, you want to ride in the pipe, the Rival could be a good choice for that. So that is a look at the Rival from Yes. If you're looking for the full ride-up and review, head over to thegoodride.com to check it out.